Hey YouTube, what's up? It is me, Aaron, or Camilla, and I am making a video today. I am going to be talking on having sex as a trans woman, and I have uploaded videos like how-tos and having sex with a trans woman and stuff like that along those lines. Basically, I'm going to be talking about a specific thing related to sexual activity, and that is being a trans woman having sex with straight men. I'm going to go ahead and preface this video. This is a video that talks about sexual intimacy, which is an adult topic. So if you're not an adult, I don't recommend watching this video. This video is for purely educational purposes and it's biased, so I'm sharing my experiences through my point of view. Needless to say, one last thing, if you like my videos, please consider subscribing. It helps my algorithm, it helps my channel grow, and it helps me create more, motivates me to create more content. I upload once, sometimes twice a week, but at least once a week. I decided no detransition for me, and I'm going to just dive into this, and I appreciate all the support I've had. Thank you so much. Sex with straight men as a trans woman. So my experience is kind of like, it's a mixed bag. I don't always know what to expect when I'm hooking up with a guy. Usually I vet them very thoroughly so that they like send them nudes of me or something along those lines. Sorry, my allergies are bothering me. Where a guy can more or less like, I'll match with guys on dating apps and a lot of them just swipe right. They don't actually read my profile. And so like I match with a majority of men on most dating apps. My issue is that they don't know I'm trans until they look at my profile, and it's the first thing that I state. Anyhow, I found that I always, when I swipe right and match, I always message, hey, check out my profile, read it, let me know if you're interested. And a majority of the time, they won't respond back after that. But there are guys that are interested. And a lot of guys are experimenting. Like you can search with like filters like all women, trans women, or just like regular women, etc. Like men, trans men, all men. Gives you an option. And a lot of guys like will put all women. So I'll pop up, even though I'm not a woman, I'm a trans woman. I do pop up in their searches and their matches, and I match with a lot of guys. And I do meet some pretty interesting people, go on dates and stuff. If there's a lot of chemistry between me and a guy, like I will consider hooking up with him. I had an experience yesterday where I hooked up with a guy and I didn't know he's never been with a trans girl. And he had never had anal sex with a girl. And I didn't know that till after we had sex. So it's like, I went out on a date with him. It went really well. We went back to his house to watch some anime and smoke some herb together, and we ended up doing it. I kind of was unexpected. I wasn't expecting to do it, but we did. And I asked him after we had sex, have you ever had anal sex with a girl? And he said no. And he's just a straight guy. He doesn't date men, but he liked the way that I looked. I liked the way he looked. There was chemistry, so that happened. Having sex with straight men is an interesting experience as a trans woman because some men truly don't mind and some guys have no interest, whether you're pre-op or post-op. It doesn't really matter if they find you pretty. Men are very visually stimulated, so I've found kissing and foreplay, making out, touching breast, just physical contact to be a way to initiate. I know from my experience that's I wait for the guy to make a move on me sexually, but I kind of just threw it out on the table if you want to have sex, I'm down to hook up basically, and we did. Anyhow, having sex with straight men is one of those things where you want to vet someone out on a date or through messaging, texting, and just get a feel for them. The one thing I'll say that I did is I wear thong underwear, and sometimes I have thongs that are designed for people that are born male that have a penis and stuff, so it's so it fits in my underwear without my shit hanging out basically. Sorry if that's TMI, But what I'm able to do is I'm able to like pull the thong strap, out of my bottom, and so that there's people could, have access to that area. And regardless of what position, I leave my underwear on. And I usually do this with guys that I'm hooking up with that I don't know really well. I'm too shy to show like my genitals, so it's like one of those things where if I wear a thong and just pull the thong strap to the side, there's access and I can do whatever, I'm gonna do. And it's like, for me, it's just like I'm kind of shy about my body in general. So letting a guy see that area is something I'm like not super comfortable with, especially if I'm only hooking up with someone for like, especially like the very first time. Until I get to know someone, I'm not really comfortable sharing that part of my body. So like if I'm texting like nudes, like I'll text like titty pics or, um, pardon me in underwear. I need to take a hit off my vape. Trying to think. But it's just really important to vet guys out, and some straight men have no problem having sex with trans women. Some guys aren't, into it. Like, they'll do it, and then they'll get soft, and they won't be able to maintain an erection, even if they don't have erectile dysfunction. It's like you can tell when you're having sex with someone if they're into you, and you can tell if they're turned on or not. Well, the guy I hooked up with yesterday was definitely like turned on all the way through our intercourse, and I had a nice time and spent time with him after, and it wasn't awkward or anything. So definitely someone that I'm going to see again. But I guess the whole point of this video is to explain that as a trans person or as a trans girl, um, not I do have the opportunity and the ability to date straight men, like not bisexual men, not gay men, but straight men. Even though I was born a guy, um, there are guys out there that are open-minded enough to have sex with trans women, and for me, I feel like if I leave panties on or I don't reveal like my genitals, basically, that I feel more comfortable. It's like kind of like I'm trying to think of the word. It's just like one of those things that I'm able to feel a little bit more secure, and I'm not embarrassed to be like completely naked. But if I am embarrassed, I can always leave it on. So anyhow, guys will have sex with trans women and still be straight. I don't think having sex with a trans woman makes a guy gay. I do think to date and love a trans woman, like in a relationship, there's obviously, he has to be like slightly bisexual to a certain extent to have sex with a trans girl. Some people will argue that they have to be bi. They have to at least be bi because you have a penis and we're born a guy, and it's two people that have penises having sex. I guess that aspect is very gay, but with that being said, the act of intercourse is exactly the same minus my body parts. So like after I get gender reassignment surgery, should I go that route, vaginal sex would be like a more straight experience for a straight man who's never slept with a trans woman. So I'm sure sleeping with a post-op trans girl is going to be a lot more what they're more used to, vaginal intercourse. So the guy that I slept with yesterday had never even done anal, so it was like a first for him. But I felt like connected with him throughout our whole time together, our date and our intimate time. And I mean, it does happen. Straight men can have sex with trans women and still be straight. A lot of people will argue with me on this, and I know that this video is going to get a lot of rude comments, but I'm putting this out there just to let people know that that actually does happen in real life. And as a trans woman, don't be afraid to experiment. I don't use LGBT dating apps like Grindr or Tammy, however you say it. I usually just market myself on straight dating apps as a trans woman, and I put it in my bio. That way I can get that out of the way, and after I have someone check out my profile, I'll know if they're actually interested in me or not. And even if they don't have experience with trans women, some men are open to it if they are physically attracted to you. If you look female and pretty enough to them, they're completely able to overlook it. So that does happen. And I'm going to conclude this video with, this is a shared experience video. I'm just updating my viewers and people that are subscribed to let them know I am deciding to continue along living with my transition. I don't have the support that I need to detransition in my life right now. So I'm going to be continue making trans-related YouTube videos in the direction of pursuing my transition as opposed to detransition content. There's a lot of detrans content out there, and I had made several videos, so there's really no point in continuing making those, but I figured that I would just do this video, kind of doing this on a whim, but I hope that this was educational, and if you have any legitimate questions or polite comments, feel free to do so. Just know that if you're rude or ignorant, I'm going to delete them, as I want to create a safe learning space to share my experiences with others on YouTube. Anyhow, I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.